Good evening. Good evening, everybody. With this concert, we start our 7th season, and we're very proud of that. For those of you who have come time and time again, you know the type of thing that we do, that we try to represent different types of musics from throughout the Middle East. And tonight we're very pleased to have a good variety of musics. We will play Arab music, we'll play a good amount of Armenian music, Assyrian music, and Persian music. These are the ones that we will focus on tonight. I would like to point out that we have a printed program, and I hope you all got this. Did anyone not get this? Okay, yes. The larger inserted pages starts off with the songs. It has the words for all of the songs that we will sing. And so as soon as, this is actually from the second piece of the concert, the second and fourth pieces will be songs. And so we invite you to follow the words. If you can read Arabic, please read the Arabic. If you can't, we have it transliterated, and then we have it translated. And then later on we have Armenian songs. And so please, every single song, the words are in here, and we wanted to point that out to you. We'd like to call out one of our two special guest artists for this evening, the qanun player Ishmael. Ishmael, please. We are, as is our tradition, we like to start concerts with a suite of pieces that in some cultures are called pieces from classical music, or in other cultures they're called pieces from the art music tradition. Last formal concert we had in this hall back in the spring, this first suite was a set of Turkish pieces, and tonight we'd like to focus on Arab music. And I would just like to take this moment to sort of advertise for the future. In March, specifically March 9th, a Saturday, we would like to start off that concert with a suite of Persian music pieces. So we are pretty much doing what we want to be doing, which is focusing on different repertoire, different cultures throughout the Middle East. So tonight we would like to start off with a suite of Arab pieces. I would like to say something about the first two songs, if you will let me do this. The first one is a samai, and it has something that is like a verse, and there are 4 of these instrumental verses, and they're all rather short, and each verse is followed by a refrain. The refrain keeps coming back, and this piece can be, it's about a 5 or 6 minute piece, and traditionally the way it's played is that the refrain, whenever it occurs, it is repeated. And so sometimes we say, well, in the interests of saving a little time, we won't repeat the refrain. But we decide to, in fact, repeat the refrain to show you the piece as it is normally performed. And it makes it somewhat longer, but we decided rather than shorten it, that we would in fact play the entire piece. And to help you see what's happening, that we would just take a moment here just to highlight, to show you the refrain. So we'd like to just as sort of a lecture demo type moment here, show you the refrain that you're going to hear 4 different times in this piece. Okay, this is just so that when you hear it each time, you will recognize, oh, they are now back to the refrain. This genre is called samai, and all samais have this structure. Every single samai has this structure, that there are 4 parts, and each of the parts are followed by a refrain. So our refrain has this something called a melodic sequence, where a given phrase is played 3 different times, each time 1 note lower. And this is what we'd like to show you for a second. So the refrain is called the taslim, and we'd like to show you the 3 first parts of our taslim, the 3 first parts of the phrase. And the second part. and the third. So when those happen immediately one after another, it'll sound like this, and this is the refrain that you will hear. You'll hear it 4 different times, and each time you will hear it repeated. So there is the refrain, and you'll hear that a number of times. I think Arab audience have a sense that I think they tend to recognize refrains, and so they can hear it coming. So there's some sense that they hear the structure, and hopefully with this intro, now you will hear the structure, and hopefully this will make this piece more enjoyable. This is a traditional opening piece called a samai in the maqam called bayati. So this is samai bayati by the composer, the qanun player, the Egyptian qanun player Ibrahim El-Arian. So it's Samai Bayati El-Arian. So this is here we are about to start this program. Thank you very much. This is going to be immediately followed by an oud solo by James Ishmael. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So this is the genre called takasim, the solo instrumental genre. It's just improvisation on a maqam. We'd now like to move to our first song, and if you're interested, please see the words there that we have in the insert. This song is noted for a couple of things. One of the things that has a very unusual, a very old, I think what's a now rare rhythm, and we'd just like to point this out to you. It's a 14-beat rhythm, and we can ask our drummers to play this rhythm here. Basically, Arab music no longer uses 14-beat rhythms, but this is something that it did use in the past. It was quite common in the 19th century, and it was quite common at the beginning of the 20th century, but by the 20s, 1930s, it was pretty well had died out. So the only people that play this 14-beat rhythm are people that are interested in playing the older music. So this is a music from a couple of centuries ago, this very song, and it's in this rhythm called muhaggar, the rhythm, a 14-beat rhythm. We thought we'd just show this to you. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 1. 13, 14, 1. 13, 14, 1. So the now rare 14-beat rhythm, muhaggar, and the piece Badat min al-khidra. This is a very traditional, very old muwashah. Thank you. Thank you. Soloists. Let's have the soloists. Let's have our soloists stand up here a second. to conclude our opening set, the song, the Muwashah, Biladi Askara. And again, we have the words in the booklet. The concluding piece of a Bayati set. Thank you. Thank you. We would like to do our first dance number, a dance from the Persian music culture, and specifically from the southwest region, a dance with its own distinct rhythm called Bandari. We'd like to bring our dancers out.
Thank you.
we are really lucky and honored to have a second guest artist with us this evening. This is John Belzikian. John Belzikian is one of the main oud players in the entire U.S., certainly the main oud player on the West Coast. It's interesting, but it's largely Armenians who have been the oud players throughout the United States. If you go to any of the major cities, Los Angeles, San Francisco, New York, Chicago, and you see who the main oud players are in the U.S., they tend to be Armenian folk. And we're very lucky to take this opportunity to learn pieces from John. So this is John Belzikian. We're going to be doing a number of pieces with him, as well as he's going to be doing solo pieces. We'd like to bring out John Belzikian.
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Okay. The first number that we're going to play is a Soviet Armenian piece in the rhythm 6/8 called Zaki Punch, a bouquet of flowers. 5. I came from Laguna for 5 people. We have some guests from Fresno, but 5 is like 105, isn't it? Our next medley are 2 pieces, one called Khum Khuma, which I'm proud to say I've sort of like made very popular in the last 15, 20 years. Originally it was an Iraqi piece, Kurdish Iraq. I put Armenian words to it, and now everybody sings my words to the Iraqi song with Armenian words to it. So I'm going to sing this for you, and then we're going to segue to the next part of this medley called Tamzara. Tamzara is a very, very famous Armenian, Anatolian, Middle Eastern melody. I don't think anybody can truthfully take credit for this piece. The version that we're going to do there, while there are many, many Tamzaras, this particular version is from the village Erzurum, which is in Anatolia. Armenians settled there, and this is very, very popular amongst Armenians from all over the world. Legend has it that the ancient folk hero Tomuz Ara was the originator of this piece, and through the centuries, Tomuz became Tam Zara. So that's how Tamzara came about. Trivia.
you very much.
That's not in the program. It's true. I think I'm in the mood to do the nice Kemanitatios. I'll try to remember to do that sometime for you. Sirunachik. Interesting, Sirunachik was written by an Armenian flute player living in Istanbul for his wife-to-be Aghavni. Aghavni in Armenian means dove. He wrote this in 1936. And Sirunachik, which actually means literally sweet girl, was written for her. And it is played throughout America and the Middle East. It's become an Armenian national type song. And most oud players know this piece. And however, I'm not going to do it.
Belazikian. John Belazikian. We'd like to conclude the first half with a dance piece. Before we do that, we'd like to make a couple of announcements. Let's see. First of all, we'd like to thank our sound people, the people from Boundary Productions. Sound people. We've been working with these people now for a little more than a year, about a year and a half, and it's just a pleasure to work with these folks, and we thank them very much. We have a bunch of people from different places. We thank people who have come from various places. We want to thank employees of QAD who've shown up. What do you think of that? Yeah. We'd like to thank all the people who contributed to our booklet. You see the program booklet that we have. This type of program, it turns out to be, it's very costly, to keep an ensemble like this going. And we really like to thank all the people who very generously contributed to our ongoing work by buying an advertisement, either individuals or companies. And we thank you all for participating in that way. Thank you. We thank the Santa Barbara Independent for that article. And Andrea, if you're here, we thank you very much. This was very much appreciated. We'd also like to, at intermission, say that we have a number of things at intermission after this piece. We have refreshments for sale, and we also have our second cassette. And with our cassette, we have an accompanying booklet. For those of you who don't know, when we put out a cassette in this ensemble, we put out an accompanying booklet where all the music is given in staff notation for all the music that's on the cassette. All the words are given for all the songs that are on the cassette. The words are given in their original languages, so you can see how Arabic looks, you can see how Persian looks, you can see what Armenian looks like. These are transliterated. They're transliterated. If you can't read the original language, then they're translated. And so we think this is a very strong package, a very strong educational package. And so we have 2 cassettes for which we have accompanying booklets. Also as a way to just, both out of enthusiasm for what we do, and also as a way to help raise funds for what we do, we've also made T-shirts. And so if anyone were to be interested, we have T-shirts. The T-shirts actually, one is an Arabic language T-shirts, and it says, in Arabic, it says the Middle Eastern Music Ensemble of Santa Barbara. So it's all written in Arabic script. We also have a very special guest, and I'd like to ask Juan to introduce this guest. Juan Campo.
Good evening. Actually, I have 2 announcements to make tonight, but nothing to sell. First of all, several years ago, a seed was planted in the soil of 3 departments at UCSB, the Religious Studies Department, the History Department, and the Political Science Department. In the intervening years, the roots of that seed have extended to the departments of Art History, Sociology, and as you see here tonight, the Department of Music, and particularly the Division of Ethnomusicology. I'm very pleased to announce that the seed has now grown into a full-blown tree. We will, inshallah, starting in the fall of 1996, inaugurate a new Bachelor of Arts program in Islamic and Near Eastern Studies, composed of at least 15 different faculty members here at UCSB. You will find a nice announcement inside the back cover of the insert on the program, describing more details about the program. My second announcement has to deal with a very distinguished guest that we've had here in Santa Barbara at UCSB since Wednesday. He's come a long way. He's been with us for only a short time, but he's grown very close to our hearts. He is a leading intellectual, from France, specialized in Islamic thought. We might say he's the leading intellectual from France in Islamic thought. And he is now on his way via Santa Barbara to be the keynote, that is the primary speaker at a conference for the Middle East Studies Association in Washington, D.C. I'm very pleased to introduce to you Dr. Mohammed Arkoun. Dr. Arkoun, could you stand up for us? We welcome you to Santa Barbara and hope that you will return many more times. That's all I have to say.
Okay. This closing piece for the first half, it's a very modern piece, and yet it has folk elements. One of the folk elements is this double reed instrument that I'm going to try to squeak up here. It also has the main folk drum in the Arab world, often called tabl beledi. So while it has these folk elements, it's also a very, very modern piece. And you'll see one of the things we have is this strange instrument in the back here. It's a long-necked lute. It has frets, and this is, of course, the bass guitar. The guitar has been picked up in much very, very up-to-date music, and this is a very up-to-date piece. One of the things about this piece is the chorus, which goes something like this. Uh-huh, uh-huh. And so this kind of signals the mood of the piece. It's really a very light piece, a very light-hearted piece, a comical piece. And in the piece, in the words of the song is about a woman who's describing the man she's in love with, and sometimes he's very, very warm and loving, and sometimes he's just completely not interested. Sometimes he comes back and he's loving again. Another time he just doesn't even want to say anything or see her or anything. So this sort of the hot and cold part of the relationship. We'd like to close with a very modern piece, Agib, Agib.
عجيب عجيب حبيبي يا ناس يا ناس عجيب 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 حبيبي يا ناس يا ناس عجيب ساعات بيكون عزوز وساعات بيكون حبيب ساعات بيكون عزوز وساعات بيكون حبيب قلت لك ايه في طبعه حامل معاه ده قلبه ساعات يطوعه وينسى اللي اشتراه وينسى اللي اشتراه وينسى اللي اشتراه قلت لك ايه في طبعه حامل معاه ده قلبه ساعات يطوعه وينسى اللي اشتراه وينسى اللي اشتراه وينسى اللي اشتراه ورجع تاني واسامحه وانسى حتى جرحه ورجع تاني واسامحه وانسى حتى جرحه وهو اسمه نصيب عجيب عجيب حبيبي يا ناس يا ناس عجيب 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 حبيبي يا ناس يا ناس عجيب ساعات بيكون عزوز وساعات بيكون حبيب ساعات بيكون عزوز وساعات بيكون حبيب آها 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 آها
Alexandra and Suzanne. Alex, Suzanne. Okay, we're going to take a 10-minute intermission, 15 minutes. How about 15-minute intermission? Thank you very much. Welcome back to the second half of our program. I'd like to make a couple of announcements. One, I'd like to welcome Parvane. Parvane is in the audience. Parvane. Yes, beautiful. We performed a number of times with Parvane on this stage, singing Persian music, and we're very, very honored that she is here this evening. Parvane, thank you. I've also been asked to announce a concert on March 2nd in the Multicultural Center. A number of Armenian artists are coming from New York. Suren Baronian plays a clarinet. Haig plays oud. And Polly Felber is coming and playing darbuka, the drum. So it's going to be a trio of people performing in the Multicultural Center, performing Armenian music, Middle Eastern music, and some jazz-oriented music. This is March 2nd in the Multicultural Center. There will be tickets from the new year. So if you're interested, it's a much smaller theater. Please get your tickets in advance. So we'd like now, could I actually ask to get a little less brights and a little more audience light so that we can see the audience? Yeah, that's better. That's much better. Thank you. Thank you. It makes it much more. It makes it much more interesting for us and to be in this situation here. We'd like to feature Ishmael in this first set here, starting off with an Assyrian folkloric dance piece called Shechani, and then he will do a solo number, accompanied by Sue Rudnicki. This is Ishmael on the Qanun. Ishmael. And Sue Rednicki. Sue, Ishmael. Ishmael, maybe we can ask you to hold up your instrument. Maybe some people have perhaps never seen a canoon here. How many instruments are there? How many strings here? 80. So there are 80 strings here. Most of the strings are what we call triple chorused, so that when you play one string, when you want to play one note, you hit across 3 strings, so that it's sort of an amplifying technique. So the strings are set in groups of 3. Can you just hold up one more time just to show the under the bridge? The bridge, it has this very long bridge to support all the strings. The bridge is supported by pieces of fish skin, 5 pieces of fish skin there. And this helps amplify it also. Qanun. So I might add that the Qanun exists throughout much of the Middle East. It exists throughout the Arab world, and it exists in the Turkish world. And if any of you were trying to proofread our text and saw that on the front page the Qanun was spelled with a K, whereas on the second page the Qanun was spelled with a Q, the reason for that is that in the Turkish world, when they spelled Qanun, they spell it with a K. And there are a small number of differences. There are these levers that go on a Turkish Qanun, which are actually many more levers on the Turkish Qanun. And the Arab Qanun has less levers, and it's spelled with a Q. So Ishmael, coming from a world where maybe where the Turkish writing is thought to be prominent, has asked it to spell it with a K, and there it is on the front side, on the front cover of our program. Inside, where we talked about the Samai and the composer Ibrahim Al-Arian, he was an Egyptian Qanun player, and this is the Q. So we just throw out one of the many factors of studying music in the Middle East is how do you spell the same instrument? Along same lines, the instrument that Sue is playing can be called anything from a tabla in Egypt to a darbuka to a dumbek to a darbeki. These are all basically the same instrument. So just depending on which culture you're talking and which city, which country you're from, which ethnic community you're from, you might have another name for the very same instrument. We'd like to move now to a dance, to a Saudi dance, what is often called the Khaliji dance, a Gulf area dance. And the song Layla Layla. In this dance, we feature our folkloric dancers, the senior students, the troupe that Alexandra King both directs, choreographs for, and directs. So these are our folkloric dancers in a Khaliji dance, a Saudi dance called Layla Layla. very lucky to have, and we'd like to bring out again John Belazikian. John Belazikian.
Our first selection for our second half is titled Segan e Arad. The table is plentiful. It is a very famous Armenian piece. The rhythm is called Jurjana, 10-8. Counted 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Hope you like it. If you feel like dancing in your seats, you're welcome to dance. National rhythm, I can tell you, is 6/8. 99% of their music is in 6/8, and this is no exception. Shalachos, Aram Khachaturian wrote a very famous shalach. We're not going to play his. write part of, and the other part I borrowed and came up with this. That's the truth. So please join us if you'd like in clapping, or if you feel like dancing, you're welcome. 6-8. Is the gentleman here that asked for Sironachi? Okay. And you're going to get it. Do not let it be said that I didn't drive to Santa Barbara and make the audience happy. These wonderful musicians have already made you happy. I hope I make you happy too before I'm done here. So instead of just playing Chutak Yerk, by the way, Chutak in Armenian means violin, this piece is also, the piece that I had in mind, that is, to play, was a 6/8 number that was written by a friend, Garabed Harabedyan, who lives in Yerevan. It's a very, very popular violin 6/8 melody, performed by usually immigrant Armenians. We call them Hayastansis, that is Armenians from Hayastan or Armenia. I'm going to try and do what we call in the business a head arrangement. I'm going to hopefully make this gentleman happy by playing the Sirunakchik and then segueing to Chutak Yerk. What do you think of that?
With one arm beyond your back.
Let's see. Okay. Sirunakchik sirunian, yegur okisar. Sirunakchik sirunian, yegur okisar. Aran
kezi çemgürnar Urvore ger tas hedindar Arans kezi çemgürnar Urvore ger tas hedindar Yesmedadudulay madad ansney Yesmedadudulay madad ansney Machik mikes idai hedog yankes ansney Machik mikes idai hedog yankes ansney Madad gellay Madad ansney Yesmedadudulay madad ansney Machik mikes idai hedog yankes ansney Machik mikes idai hedog yankes ansney We are now going to do a three-part Gomidas Vartabet, who was the father of Armenian music. He was born in 1869. He died in 1935, and I've arranged three of his most celebrated pieces. He traveled historical Armenia, the countryside of historical Armenia, and cataloged some 4,000 Armenian pieces. Three of those 4,000 are Gujunara, Kına Kına, and Eskişehir, which you have in your notes, I see. So we'd like to do that for you now. Is that right?
Right.
All right. Gujunara, Yeva Sara, Çiğ Fidan yara izdevek şikaşef uzan Kına kına hediriyem ha 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 Sarino yaran yarino yaran Ragir fınçır hediyen Sarino yaran yarino yaran Kına kına hediriyem ha 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 Sarino yaran yarino yaran Ragir fınçır hediyen Sarino yaran yarino yaran
We'd now like to work towards our finale set. This is a dance set featuring our wonderful dance teacher, the principal dancer of our company, the choreographer for much of the dances, Alexandra King. Before we do that, I would just like to recognize Sue and her husband Dana, Sue Rudnicki and her husband Dana Trout for our printed programs. These programs, there are a lot of people help us with what goes in the programs, but the actual setting of the programs, the preparing of the programs, are the honest and the hard work of these two folk. Before the concerts, night after night after night, we meet and try to set all this together, and we thank them very, very, very much. We think this is a very classy thing. We thank you. And once again, we thank all the people who helped support us with ads throughout this program. We thank you very much. The next concert is March 9th, I mentioned. It's going to be largely a Persian concert. We picked the March concert for this concert to feature Persian music because of the probably the main holiday in the Persian calendar is the Persian New Year, March 21st, and so March 9th isn't so far away. So that's as good as we can do. March 21st, I guess, is always spring break for us. So we're very pleased to prominently feature Persian music at the next concert. There will be other types of music, though. There will be Arab music, and there will be other types of music. So we hope you can come out to that. We thank John very, very much. He teaches us. He's taught us all these songs. He teaches us a lot. We actually meet him every summer at a camp, a Middle Eastern music and dance camp that happens all the way in Mendocino, California. And so many of us learn from him every year for a little while. But he was very, very kind to come up earlier to record the pieces that we worked with him so that we each got copies of the recording so that we could work with the tape. He gave us a transcription, so we worked with his music. We thank John very much for teaching us all that music. John, again, John Belzico. We'd like to work this last set by both beginning and ending with songs by the great Egyptian singer Abdul Halim Hafiz. So this is basically an Egyptian dance set beginning and ending with Abdul Halim Hafiz song. The first one, Sawah, and the last one, Bahlam Bik, and a Bahlam Bik. Alexandra King. Alexandra King. And our drummers. Alexandra King. We thank you very much. We'd like to bring out our dancers. Our dancers, we'd like to bring out our folkloric dancers here, please. Are our dancers here? Yeah, yeah. We'd like to thank Ishmael again. Ishmael. Ishmael. We'd like to bring John out. John Balzikian. John. Alexandra King. Alexandra. We'd like to thank Dwight Reynolds for leading our chorus. Dwight Reynolds for leading the chorus. Dwight Reynolds. Yo. And we'd like to thank all our soloists. We'd like to thank Magda Campo for a vocal solo. Magda. Magda. Yeah. We'd like to thank Magda here. Magda for the vocal. Magda. Bill Barrett on sax. Bill. Bill. We'd like to thank Brad. Brad for his solo there. Brad. And James Ishmael on oud for his oud solo. We thank you all very much for coming. We hope you can come back March 9th. We thank you very, very much.